Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to your 6-night stay at the Ear Motel. Thank you for all the support so far, and if you've missed any of the episodes, make sure you go back and listen to them all. And yeah, what have you been up to, Zach?
Yeah, not too much. Well, it was my birthday on
that's right.
the 26th of July, so just a few days ago-ish.
Yep.
And that was pretty good. Went out for brunch with my partner. That was nice. And just the other day, went out with our family and her family to dinner, which was good.
Yesterday.
Yeah, she actually she surprised me during the day on Saturday, and she took me to like this couples massage retreat thing.
Mm-hmm. How was that?
It was actually really good. They did get us down to our undies, but they didn't quite see. They were moving like this towel around depending on what part of the body they were doing.
Moving mad.
And no, it was actually pretty relaxing, which was nice, and it was a bit of a surprise, which was good.
Yeah, that would have been relaxing.
Yeah, it certainly was. I was like,
did they play like music and stuff in there?
Yeah, there was like calming music. Every now and again, there'd bloody be a truck or a motorbike that would go past that would ruin it. But like,
really?
Besides that, it was pretty calm.
What gender? Oh, what the people?
They
doing
were females.
Females, yeah.
They were both females.
Yeah.
But no, that was pretty good. I actually wanted to jump into
Whoa.
yeah, hit ya. Recently on the news, it came up that these like rugby players or something were not wanting to play because there was rainbow colours on their jerseys or something.
Or was it because they didn't support it?
Well, I think I heard in the news that it was going against their religious beliefs.
Yeah, right.
But I think it's just a bit of like they're getting paid all this money to play, and just to have a bit of colour
on your jersey round.
Yeah, for a round. Like,
yeah,
I don't think it's that big a deal.
No, I don't reckon it is at all. I think if you're getting paid to play, that's your job. You should be playing.
You got to do. They're under contract by their team, and if this is what their team is saying you to do, you either play, or
I guess it's a tough one. Yeah, I don't know, because like
they chose to play that sport.
Yeah,
and they signed the contract to play under that team, and if the team is telling them to do this, they do it, or they have to leave.
You know how like when national anthems are going on at the start of sport, some people choose to sit down or not stand up for it.
Right.
Like I feel like that's acceptable if that's your beliefs, but they still play the game. You know what I'm saying? Like they're choosing to sit out.
Yeah.
Playing. I feel like I don't know.
It was a bit far, I reckon.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think we were going to try and see if we could go into this sports sort of thing for this podcast. We haven't talked too much lately. Only sort of about like your basketball, but
no, I had a question for you about sports.
Yeah, hit me with it.
Well, first of all, I'll just go straight into this one. Sports. Which sport do you think is the hardest to be the best at?
To be the best at. Well, I probably don't know all the sports in the world. However, I have certainly watched and played football, basketball...
Australian football,
Australian football. Never played NFL, American Rules football. Never really played soccer or football, as some would call it.
We never really played cricket, did we?
No, we were never really cricket players, even though that's a big Australian sport. Just never was really in our household. And I also played a bit of golf and watched some golf. And from what I could say, the hardest sport, in my opinion, out of those was definitely golf. I just feel like golf is just one of these sports where there's just so much...
so many variables involved.
Like, you only have to be out by like a millimetre, and it can ruin your entire shot. Like, you've got the face of the club, which is no joke, like 10 centimeters by 5 centimeters or something around that. And you got to hit this little golf ball that's got to be like
7 centimeters.
like it's so small, and depending on if you're a little bit too low, a little bit too high, a little bit depending on
Too
how you've
left,
got your
too right.
fingers, like your hands turned, like the club face can face in, face out, depending on your swing. Like there's just so many variables on that game. Like, in saying that, we've got, what's his name, Cameron Smith?
Yeah, Cam's. Yeah.
He's absolutely killing it at the moment,
He
repping
is.
Australia. He's doing the mullet, doing the thing.
He's got the muzzy as well, the dirty mustache.
He certainly does. And the question that everyone was asking was how many beers fit in that trophy.
Yeah, he said
He's like,
2.
2 beers. That was pretty funny.
That's not many.
The
The trophy could be a bit bigger than if it's only fitting 2 in there.
Yeah, I think he won over $1 million or something for that.
Matt, have you seen his house?
No.
He lives in America,
Does he?
I think, in Florida or something, and I'm pretty sure. And like he's got like a couple boats. He lives on the river and stuff.
Good on him.
Goes out all the way out to the ocean. And
Love
fishes.
seeing Aussies make it.
He's got a Lambo. Mate, he's big
Lambo.
Time. He's big time.
He's big time, is he?
Yeah.
The other sport I was thinking that could be pretty hard is like boxing. That's another sport.
Very technical.
Yeah. Even like MMA and shit. Like that's
I reckon.
pretty. I think you got to be somewhat crazy to do MMA.
Well, you got to be to take hits.
Like
To be able to
with
take
just,
a fist to the face, you got to be pretty crazy.
that's scary stuff.
I reckon UFC is like, well,
Yeah,
that's what the
UFC.
U. That's what the U stands for, ultimate.
Ultimate
And like,
fighting.
because boxing's just boxing.
Yeah.
Where
No
UFC
kicking
is
and everything.
everything.
Like, it's pretty scary, I
it's
reckon.
pretty crazy.
What would you say? I don't know about tennis. Like, I think you got to be. It is hard. Don't get me wrong.
Well, to be the best at any sport would be hard.
Yeah, and dedication. But I feel like even just saying, like, you got a big racket hitting a tennis ball, and whereas golf, very little club, very little ball.
Tennis racket's fairly large.
Fairly large.
I think.
What would you say?
Well,
But we
I
haven't
don't know.
gone into like
The
those
thing is-
Olympics games and stuff like
scheme.
no Olympic games like
Yeah.
some
I
sort
know
of
what
weightlifting
Yeah.
or the when you're in the canoes and kayaking and stuff.
Whitewater
or-
rafting and stuff.
Yeah, even rowing.
Shooting.
That's real tough. Did rowing for like a season.
Um.
That's cool.
Well, here's
Shooting.
my take on like soccer and basketball.
Yeah.
It's because there's so many people playing it. Like soccer's the most played sport in the world.
Oh, okay. So you're
like-
saying it in terms of hard, like not like
Well-
it's just hard, but hard to be good at
Like,
because there's
no,
so
I'm
many.
saying, yeah, I'm saying it's hard to be the best because there's
Yeah.
so many people.
Yeah, definitely.
But like, because I feel like basketball and soccer may be a bit easier to learn, but
Yeah.
like to be the best could be really hard because there's just so many bloody people
Yeah.
doing it.
Because if you compare
That to golf.
soccer, to golf, or soccer to even tennis, like there's a lot of people playing. I think soccer,
Yeah, I just said.
like football is the most. There's the
I just said that.
that's got the most amount of people
Yeah.
in the world that follow.
Yeah.
Follow
Football,
play
play,
or soccer.
soccer, football, whatever
Yeah, you want to call it. Probably the people that are listening.
foosball.
Probably the people listening to it would be soccer. I don't think
Oh.
we've got too many people.
Well, my
Yeah.
soccer friends, I think, call it football.
Yeah, well, they're probably just doing it because they think it's cool to say it,
No, I don't know.
but it's not
But-
Australian.
What other sports could?
Yeah, like what?
Who do you think's better out of Michael Jordan, LeBron James? That old question. Who's the GOAT?
Well, from what I've seen, I don't think Michael Jordan sort of ever said like, "I'm the fucking GOAT." Whereas LeBron, he's been on interviews saying like, "Now, when I did this is when I knew I was the GOAT."
He said that.
I'm pretty sure he said that when he was a bit young. After he won like a Cleveland finals
yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
He's like, I went back and then that's when I knew I was the GOAT, the
really?
greatest of all time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a clip of that.
I wish I got to see him like
MJ
like
in his
well,
live.
Yeah, live. And especially like I wish. Well, obviously we can't do it because
And
different errors and stuff.
We haven't seen LeBron play like in his prime, I guess you would say.
Because he's past that now.
Yeah.
Because we weren't even really watching NBA
It wasn't, I feel like, not that big a thing in
a
Australia.
couple of years ago.
Yeah, because like
When I was growing up, I always thought like NBA games were like at
midnight,
during it when we were sleeping.
2
But
a.m.
like,
or something.
they're like midday. They're like
Yeah.
perfect time.
Yeah, they are. The thing is, when you're in high school and
You're at school and
you're
stuff.
at school, so you can't really watch the game.
Unless you do.
Yeah, unless
But-
you're failing school.
But like, yeah, I thought it was you could only watch it on like TV in America.
Yeah.
So like, I didn't know about like NBA League Pass. And
I
links
wonder
and
when
stuff.
that came in, the NBA League Pass.
Should I
'Cause
look
I
it
don't-
up real quick?
You could look it up real quick. We ended up having the League Pass for a fair while.
Was it a season only or two?
What?
We didn't have
Oh
League
no, we had it
Pass.
for a while because then we switched over to KO, but then KO found out you don't
Right,
get all the
of them,
games.
Yeah.
You miss so many games on KO, so we went back to the League Pass.
But then now we.
No, now we don't have the League Pass, and we
Wait,
still
what
watch
the
the
hell?
games. So do what you want with that information.
Apparently, League Pass came in 1995.
1995.
1996.
I so doubt that.
Well, it says NBA League Pass is a sports television service that features all NBA
Yeah, right.
games. This service.
Well, I just feel like it wasn't that big a thing in Australia, but maybe that was just because we were younger.
Maybe because like there'd be definitely people out
But
there.
now it's like, yeah, it gets talked about so much, like the NBA.
But maybe that's just because like the internet's just like and social media stuff is just.
Do you think sport is heading in the right direction? Like, as
in terms
in
of
just like how things are being reffed, and like I feel
are you
like,
referring to AFL here?
well, yes, AFL, but then
Or
also
NBA like getting a bit more foul calls and stuff?
yeah, I think it's just
tech fouls and stuff.
I feel like back in the day, you used to be able to nearly clock someone over the head, and it would be fair bump, play on. And then now these days,
Fair bump play on.
yeah, and now these days, you get someone across the shoulders, and they're calling a foul.
Mate, in AFL, chucking your hands up 50 metres.
Yeah,
That's bad.
there's been some. I love watching on YouTube like worst umpire calls.
Yeah.
They're so funny. Like people just going, "Heck."
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I think they're just trying to get more respect for the refs.
Yeah,
and
I think it's
umpires.
very dangerous.
I think it could ruin the sport,
Yeah,
but like,
I
don't
think
know.
so too, because just recently, people might not really want to talk about it, but Jack Ginnivan,
Yeah.
Ginnivan, I guess his
Yeah,
last name.
33
Whatever.
Collingwood.
He's been in a bit of controversy lately, by his play, which technically isn't actually new to the game. It's getting tackled and raising your arm so the defender comes over with their hands and it goes around their neck. And if you don't know, getting hit around the neck is
High. Free kick.
free kick. So he was doing that for a while, and it was getting under people's skin. And I think AFL and the refs have had a talk about it, and they said, I think the new rule was if the player, if the raises their arms after, if the defender gets them around the shoulders or the arms, but then the offensive player raises them, it's not a high because they started low and it was the defender that put their arms up, which I think is a good rule.
Yeah,
because
I think it is.
I see that, but it's very hard to umpire because,
On the fly.
especially on him, because there was a recent video of a game with Jack, and I think it was an Essendon or was it Demons?
Is it when someone
fully took him, his
head
clotheslined him, and they didn't call it, and that's where it gets very hard to decide on what's the right rule, because people are going to get injured.
Oh, we had this chat a couple of days ago off mic.
But
I actually rate, I think it's a skill to draw. Well, in basketball it's called drawing a foul, but in footy drawing a free kick.
Yeah.
I personally think it's smart, and it's a skill and it's strategy.
I understand that the game is always evolving, and you got to learn how to...
New skills to win.
Yeah. You got to learn what the new thing is to have your edge on the sport. I definitely agree with that. He's found his edge.
Yeah, and it gets him free kicks and goals.
Which except now it's not.
Yeah.
But
Did you see the clip of him post game? A reporter said, how's all this, like, you in the news and stuff taking a toll on it? And he full on said, like, after the game on the field, like, yeah, this is taking a toll on my mental health.
shit.
Like,
It was pretty funny how he put the photo up on his Instagram profile picture. He didn't have it up.
Oh yeah, what's his name? What?
When he got hit around the neck.
I don't know if it's on his Instagram, but on his TikTok,
Yeah.
he's got the photo of the dude that said that it was on some footy show. I don't even know what footy show it is, but he's like, he said, "You've only played 6 games, mate. Like 6 games, mate. Like, calm down and earn some respect." And then he goes on and wins the Anzac medal.
Oh yeah.
And now, and so he's just like taking a piss
Put some
out of
respect on my name.
it. Yeah.
Good on him.
What were you saying?
Well, I was gonna say as someone that's played Australian rules football, not AFL but local club football, for I want to say 10 years or something. Seeing that
For
person,
10 years, like 14.
What? Yeah, I know. I've played for a long time. That person is never a liked person.
Yeah.
Because they're just, you always think of them as
Yeah,
just
it's like
the biggest
basketball
flog
flop.
ever.
It's like flopping in basketball.
So like, it's always good when they're on your team, but when they're not, like, stuff them. Man.
Yeah, it's one of those instances like where you want them on your team but hate playing them.
Yeah, because it just, like, it sort of ruins the game, but because a game is meant to flow on, like, and it's not meant to have drawn freeze. Like, it's not.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Wait, so I asked the question just before, who do you think should go? LeBron or MJ? You think MJ?
I think. Well, I heard this other thing as well, not in basketball, but in Formula One.
Yeah.
It shouldn't actually just be based on like how many championships they've won, because it's not, winning championships isn't always, like, it takes a team. It takes a team to win championships.
Yeah.
However, MJ was an absolute goat.
He said the word.
And I don't know. I think MJ is probably going to be looked at as one of the people who's just the greatest of all time, because he was in that era, and LeBron never got to even play him a lot.
He didn't play him at all.
Didn't play. I didn't think he
play
played
him at all.
No, what was the difference in their years?
1 year.
1 year.
Yeah, I think MJ retired from the Wizards in 2002 or 2003, and then LeBron came in 2003, 2004.
Yeah. That would have
been interesting.
Yeah, but
see.
MJ he's pretty.
I think he dropped 40 points in his last season once.
Shit, good on him, man.
How about Kobe? How about Kobe dropping 60 in his last game ever? Respect
60?
Kobe.
Oh,
yeah, 60.
Wasn't it more? Was it 80?
No, it wasn't 80. No, it was 60.
Quickly fact check.
It was 60.
Okay. But yeah, Kobe, oh my God, he's just got, I loved his mentality.
Yeah.
The Mamba mentality. It was just
60 points. Yeah,
60 points. Good on you. I don't know. I rate MJ, and I've got MJ memorabilia.
Yeah.
So
Zach loves his memorabilia.
Yeah.
Don't ya?
I got a bit of a, I guess you could call it an obsession. Some might say addiction.
Or investment.
Or investment. That's how I would look at it.
Yeah.
An investment.
Well, I guess it is an investment because they are...
I don't really collect any Australian football memorabilia. I just don't really see the value in it, unfortunately. However, I do collect NBA memorabilia. I've got some basketballs and some jerseys and some prints with just signed by players. And definitely my best piece is definitely a Michael Jordan signed basketball.
That's pretty lit.
It is pretty cool.
What did you get for your birthday?
What?
Did you get that for your birthday?
Yeah, I got that for my 21st.
21st. Far out, so that was 3 years ago.
Yeah, shit. That's a while ago now.
Yeah, it doesn't seem that long ago.
I know. I remember getting it. It was so sick.
I don't have any memorabilia.
Do you?
Nah. I don't really put stuff up like that on my walls.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really cool. And then I've just recently been getting into Formula One memorabilia. Well, insane. I've only got one piece. I've got like a mini helmet signed by Charles Leclerc.
You put that accent
up. Charles Leclerc.
Yeah.
So much.
I haven't got into it yet.
Charles Leclerc.
Should I watch the
Not
Netflix?
Charles Leclerc.
Netflix.
Yes, definitely watch Drive to Survive.
How many seasons?
4 or 3? 3 or 4. Can't remember. The first ones are definitely better than the most recent one. Most recent one wasn't very good. But yeah, it was sick. I went to the Formula One in Australia this year, just gone. Paid.
Do you remember that first time we went
how we got the tickets?
Yes.
My God.
Yes.
Okay, if anyone wants to know the story,
Yeah.
How old would have we been? This would have been no joke. Like, this is when we weren't living here.
Yeah.
This was at the old place. So this would have literally been like 12 years ago.
Yeah. I would have been like...
So I would have been 12.
12 and I would have been 8.
Yeah, so I was 12, Ethan was 8. We'd gone down to a local bridge mall and there was a competition.
Local bridge mall?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the name of the...
What? No, there's probably a mall somewhere. Local mall.
Yeah, yeah, go on.
The local mall. I've been thinking, it probably doesn't even matter if people know where we live.
Yeah, well, go on.
Anyway, the local mall. And there was this competition right in the centre for the Formula One tickets.
And
they
were giving away tickets.
And the way, no one knew how you were going to win them because we didn't know yet.
Yeah.
And so we were thinking, maybe you had to do your best impression of like a car sound. And we were going like,
What? I do not remember
yes,
that.
I remember going like, we were thinking, so it was Ethan, myself and Dad that were there. And we were thinking like, how are we going to win these tickets? And then Dad was thinking like, maybe someone's going to make their best car sound like impression.
Or something.
Turns out, they say, best dancing moves. Best dance moves. And
how many people entered? Was it like 3?
No, well, I don't even know. I think it was just whoever's there.
Yeah.
And no, there was, I don't know, there was 3 or 4.
But there was heaps of people.
There was heaps of people around.
Like it was a big circle.
And
like
what had happened was I think there was 3 ladies and then me and Ethan didn't want to do it.
Yeah, we were.
And Dad puts his hand up. Unreal. Women, they go first. They're doing their dance moves. Everyone's cheering them on. Then last of all, Big Nev. Dad comes out. He hits him with the
what, the nade?
No, the drop.
Did he?
Yeah, he hits him with the drop.
All I remember, he was hitting the.
He was doing all these dance moves. I think all the women did first.
He was doing he's like trying to do the moonwalk. He was trying to do the moonwalk.
So he's just absolutely been doing all these dance moves. Hit him with the drop, and all the crowd is going absolutely nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, we got the tickets.
After that, we got the tickets. So that's how the first time we went to the Formula One in Australia.
Dad won us tickets.
God, that was funny. Anyway, let's quickly jump to the ads and we'll be right back.
Yo, what's up, guys? Just want to say a quick shout out to our 2 brands, RKLS and Vintage Zip. You can find them both on Instagram at rkls.clothing and Vintage Zip. And also, we got a website, rklsclothing.com.
Yeah, go check the website out. We've got heaps of clothes out there from previous drops, and we've got a new drop hopefully coming out very soon. The garments are extremely high quality. These are straight from America. And the quality is just absolutely insane. The fit is insane. You're really going to like these shirts and hoodies that we've got coming out real soon. On the website as well, we've also got the vintage clothing, so you can check that out. We really appreciate all the support from everyone. And yeah, so go check those out and we'll get straight back into the episode.
Speaking of sports, Zach, I just had a basketball semi-final today in Melbourne.
Yes, the local, not the local, the
Big Smoke.
The Big Smoke of Victoria, Australia.
Why did you say it like that? Anyway,
I don't know. Some people might be in America or overseas.
Yeah. Had a basketball semi-final today. I wasn't playing because of my ankle still, but mate,
you wouldn't be getting on the court anyway.
Mate, we went in there and took care of business. We
Gave him the business.
Mate, we went in there. We thought it was going to be a tough game.
Yeah.
We thought it was going to come down to the last play. Mate,
Was this another? You got to win best 2 or 3.
No. Semi-final knockout game.
Yep.
Winner moves. And
who are you versing?
Nuttawading.
Yep.
And mate, we took our business. Like we 100 bowl them. We 100 bowl them.
You got to 100.
Yeah, 103
to
77. Like we almost beat them by 30. 26 points that was. And like good team win.
Good mess.
Good team win. Like all the boys were going off. Defense was crazy. It was crazy.
That's good, man.
So I got a question for you.
Yes.
If you could be the best
of us
at any sport,
right?
Just play professional sport.
What sport would I play?
And it can be any sport in any country.
Well, I reckon I've really been liking racing lately.
Yeah.
And I reckon it would be pretty sick to be one of the greatest Formula 1 drivers in the world.
It's a pretty dangerous sport.
It is pretty dangerous. There's been a big accident lately. Zhou Guanyu. Zhou Guanyu. Zhou.
Anyway, yeah.
I think that's, sorry, I absolutely butchered his name. Driving for Alfa Romeo. He's had a massive...
where was it at?
Was it now Silverstone, I want to say?
What country's that?
The UK, I want to say.
Because they go all over the world, don't they?
Yeah, they do travel all around.
That's what's pretty sick about that, eh?
It is really sick. Yeah, Zhou Guanyu. Sorry, I butchered his name the first time. But, yeah, he had a big accident. But that would be one of the, I reckon, a really cool sport to be, like, one of the best at. The other one I was maybe thinking was, like, golf. Because golf travels all over the world as well. And it can be pretty fun. There's some of the best golf courses in the PGA Tour are like pristine, absolutely pristine.
Good grass.
It's really nice. Sometimes I think tennis would be good. Yeah. Like big money. Yeah. Big money.
Mate, do you know if you if you just get through a couple rounds.
Silverstone, sorry.
If you just get through a couple rounds, you're making bank.
Yeah, I know, man. Hundreds of thousands.
Yeah.
And the reason why I wanted to probably be in in the driving is because just over the last year or so I've taken up go-karting myself actually. I've been wanting to do it since I was a little kid, but you know, it's definitely, there's a financial burden to get into karting because there's big upfront costs of actually buying the go-kart and getting a trailer and then all the spares and tyres and tools and everything.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a lot harder than...
Is it harder than you thought it would be?
I would say it is harder than I thought it would be. It's just... These other people that you're going up against have literally been driving, and then this has been their sport since they were like 8 years old.
Yeah.
And joining the sport when you're like 22, 23 years old, you've missed 16 or 15 years. 14.
10.
No.
Just
if they've driven from 8 and I'm 22,
that's 14.
14 years. That's a lot of time in getting like your racing craft down and getting all this other knowledge on how to have your best setup for the go-kart.
Yeah.
Like I've definitely got a package in terms of the car and the engine and the tires and everything that's to be...
Got a good setup?
I've got a decent setup to compete with others, but it's just... There's just so much little variables and everything to get the kart set up exactly how you need, and then just making sure you're getting that perfect racing line, knowing when to brake, when to accelerate. It's just, there's a lot that goes on to being good at the sport. So that's been tough, but I've really been enjoying that lately. I'm actually going to Horsham soon for, it's called the Victorian Country Series. Don't worry, you don't have to be good to go, you just have to pay the money.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. We're gonna that's over a Saturday, Sunday, so we're gonna stay over there, which will be good.
When's this?
This is in the middle of August, So
Oh,
in
soon.
about 2 weeks' time.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Nice.
So that'll be good. What would you say that you would want to be are you saying the best at in that sport or just play that sport? Would it be different for you if you were the best at that
Yes.
versus you just want to play professionally?
Yeah.
Okay, so hit me with what you'd play professionally, and then what would you be? What sport would you want to be in if you were the best at it?
Well,
The GOAT.
Well, I'll do that one first.
Okay, so if you were the GOAT, what sport would you want to play?
I'm picking NBA. Here's
Shit.
why.
Yeah.
Well,
You got to be better than MJ and LeBron.
a lot of money,
Mm.
big contracts, a lot of sponsors, and
True.
well, that's just my favorite sport. But if I was just like trying to play, but I'd still want to play in the NBA.
Yeah.
But I've had a lot of dreams. Well, I've always wanted to like be in the AFL.
Right.
And I just think I'd be sick playing in front of that many people. Like, they get big crowds. Like, they're one of the biggest crowds in the world, you know.
Yeah, well, in the
But
grand final there, it's 100,000 people.
That's...
Well, how much is the NFL? Don't they have big crowds?
I'll look it up real quick if you...
But yeah, being a professional football player, like AFL, Australian rules football player, would definitely be sick because the atmosphere inside one of those stadiums when that's packed is like, I've only sat in the stadiums, but imagine being on the ground. That'd be absolutely crazy. It'd be so cool.
Yeah, it'd be ridiculous. Especially just playing at the G.
I feel like being an AFL player would be harder. I feel like you have to do more work in football than you do as a basketballer.
In terms of what?
Fitness.
Well, yeah, you got to be fitted to play that sport, yeah.
That's what I reckon. However, they're completely different games, obviously.
Yeah, basketball's more agility.
Yeah,
sprinting,
turning,
quickness, jumping, where
long distance.
AFL's long distance.
Yeah, AFL's long distance.
Yeah, basketball's
very short agility and jumping and
up and back, quick game.
You got and it's all with your hands, whereas football's a lot to do with your feet and kicking.
Yeah. But no, it'd be bloody sick to play in the NBA.
Okay, so AFL was for you just a professional sport.
Well, yeah, but I'd also pick NBA. Like,
yeah, NBA would be pretty sick,
mate. That'd be sick. And just like, yeah.
What's your thoughts on like how much people are getting paid to play these sports? Because it's in the millions of dollars, tens of millions for
NBA. That is
NBA.
What NFL? It's, as our mother would say, it's sinful.
It is pretty crazy when there are people in the world that
are getting less than pennies.
Yeah. Well, I was talking to someone the other day, and I'm technically worth to Australia, the government, like $35 an hour. Which, when you think about it, I'm worth nothing.
But
for me to work as a nurse, I'm currently, like second year out, I'm worth like 35 Australian dollars an hour.
Yeah. Well, I think it's crazy they're getting that much.
Yeah. Whereas they're on like hundreds of a freaking second or something.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like,
just for being alive, just for being a part of the team, you're $100 a second or something.
But I guess they're taking that much money in. Like,
at least it's not going all to the
owners.
The owners and
they
shit.
They would be getting big packets too.
Bloody oath they would be.
They'd be getting more than the players.
Right?
Yeah, the owner of an NBA club would be, I reckon, getting more than the players.
Well, what was his name? Mark Cuban or something that bought Dallas.
Mavs.
I heard Mavs, yeah. Well, same. I'm pretty sure he bought the team for like in today's for pennies basically. Yeah, and now it's worth shit ton.
I think it was something like he bought it for like 30 mil.
And it's worth like $1 billion or something.
Now it's worth like 3 billion.
Yeah,
like something like that.
Crazy.
It's 100 times now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Isn't that crazy? That's a good investment.
Yeah.
That's a good investment.
Tell you he's a good player. Luka Doncic.
Yeah, he's my favourite player.
He's got that swaggy about him, hitting them step back threes.
I love watching good passes. That's why I like watching Josh Giddey as well. Him and Luka.
I haven't watched many of him.
Who?
Josh Giddey.
Really? Like that's all. That's like the only games I really watch OKC now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I just love watching him pass. I just really like team first guys.
People might not know about it, but what's your thoughts on the Ball brothers?
And
do you think Jello will ever make the NBA?
It's a good question, Zachary. That's not even your name, but no, I don't think he will make the NBA. Do you think he will?
I don't know, man. It's hard to say because I feel like he hasn't been performing that badly in the G League. I want to say I've seen.
Do you know when they were all on the same team in high school for Chino Hills?
Wasn't he like the best?
Well, he averaged the most points.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say he was the best. Lonzo was the best, but
do you think he would have made it to the NBA if he stayed at UCLA? If he didn't get kicked out?
I don't know.
If anyone doesn't know the story about LiAngelo Ball, he went over. A bit late to the news. This happened years ago. He was playing college basketball for UCLA, and he was in China, I think, and he got caught stealing sunglasses. I think
It was a Gucci wallet or something.
I feel like it was sunglasses for some reason.
Dude got kicked off the team.
And got kicked out of UCLA.
Anyway, I reckon LaMelo's going to be the best.
Melo Ball.
Yeah. Mate, he's big time.
He's tall.
You know what's sick, I reckon? Like, he's bringing back, he's being flair, swagger to the game. Like,
I rate the flairiness.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's cool that he can do that at such a high level.
Yeah.
Like, he was doing that in high school. Now he's doing it, and then he's doing it in the NBL.
Like, what? I'm not being racist. White chocolate. Like, didn't he used to...
Williams.
Who did he even play for? I can't remember. Sacramento.
His last name was Williams.
Yeah, like some of the passes. If you look back on YouTube videos of him playing, there's some unreal passes like behind the back, but not just a pass behind the back.
Jason Williams.
Yeah. He wasn't the kid, was he?
What? No, Jason Kidd.
Is that a different player?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was he another pass? Who was he?
Oh, yeah. He I'm pretty sure may have up there for the most triple doubles ever.
Oh. Well, I know who has the most triple doubles ever, and that's your boy RW, is it not?
Yeah, it is.
Russell Westbrook.
Mate, Josh Giddey, youngest player to ever get a triple double. It's
pretty
impressive.
Crazy. And the funny thing is, did you not ever play against him or with him? Or
I think I played against him a couple times in juniors.
So more or less, Ethan should be playing in the NBA.
Do not say that.
If you're watching, and
no.
Sign him.
No, please, no.
Please,
but, no.
Yes.
But it is pretty cool. It's pretty crazy
that you sort of knew him,
I all knew Dyson Daniels.
Yeah,
because I played a few teams with him, and it's just crazy because
hang on, has the summer league
finished?
Yeah. He got injured, didn't he? That's
injured
right.
In the first game. Same with Josh Giddey. They both did their ankles.
I'm keen to see Dyson Daniels play. Yeah. Who did he go to again?
Pelicans. Mate, that's a scary sight. He'll be chucking lobs to Zion. Oh, yeah. Here's some news. But
people said that about... Yeah, okay. What?
Did you see... So, Zion, whose new contract, huge contract.
Yeah.
A lot of money. But they put in a clause.
What clause?
He needs to stay under a certain weight.
Really?
And if he doesn't, he'll lose some of the money in his contract. It was his body weight plus his body fat percentage needs to be under 295 pounds.
I wonder if he's one of those blokes that is naturally big like that.
Big boned.
Yeah. No, if that's just what his body's comfortable sitting at though.
I know what he's saying because
he's bigger.
He's playing weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Sometimes he looks big.
Yeah.
Big boy. Should be a NFL
lineman.
Lineman.
He's the heaviest player in the NBA.
Is he?
Yeah. And he's not the tallest.
No.
No.
Does Boban still play?
Bobon? Yeah, he's second, I'm pretty sure.
Heaviest.
Yeah, him or Taco Fall it was.
Oh, yeah, bloody Taco Fall.
That's a cool name. Taco.
I hope he doesn't fall because he'd take 10 minutes to fall down.
Yeah, big fall.
He's got a long way. How about them dunks?
What?
They were dunking over him, and that didn't win.
Yeah, Aaron Gordon robbed.
Twice.
See, personally, I only think once.
Oh,
I'm one of those guys.
actually, yeah, true. Because Levine,
yeah,
he did under the legs from the free throw, behind the free throw line. I'm pretty sure, wasn't
it?
it?
Was one step over.
One step.
Like
oh,
one
sorry.
foot. It wasn't a step over. It was 1 foot over.
Oh, okay.
But still,
But he did I think Zach Levine also did a
windmill
from behind the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did a lob, then a windmill, and then between
Yeah.
the legs, all from the free throw line.
I think Gordon.
Like he could have won.
But yeah, Levine won the first one, but Gordon definitely should have won against the Heat guy who played for the Heat.
Derek Jones Jr.
Yeah. Because what did he even do? Was that
He did I don't know the final dunk, but he did do a dunk over someone through the legs.
Right.
But Duncan over Taco Fall.
Yeah.
Tallest player to ever play the NBA. I think he could be up there for the ever. Mate,
and we're not going to say, but Miami Heat player D Wade, he was the one
that
that
the 9.
Yeah.
You know that's why
no, everyone hates you, D Wade. Stuff you, man.
No.
Don't listen to Gordon Hayward's song. That's duty trap. He's got a song. Gordon Hayward.
Do you know?
Yeah. Sorry, not Gordon Hayward. Who's the player for the dunk contest? Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon.
Not Gordon Hayward.
Did I
Aaron
say
Gordon.
Anyway, you know who wears the number 50 because he gets 50s when he's in the dunk contest?
Aaron Gordon.
Yeah, that's why he wears number 50.
Ah.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what number he was.
Yeah, he's on the Denver Nuggets now. He's not on Orlando anymore.
On Orlando. He's moved around a bit, I think.
He's only been on 2 teams ever.
Yeah, that's moving around.
What are your thoughts on staying a one club person like Kobe and Dirk, or you reckon moving clubs is cool?
I think you gotta, if you're trying to be a championship player, which I think nearly every player should strive to be, to win a championship. That's what you should be playing for.
That's what I hope you're playing for, to win.
To be the best, to win a championship.
That's what you're playing for, to win.
If you can't see your team ever winning a championship, I think it's okay to look elsewhere. But if you can see there's going to be development in that team and in the organisation, you should try and I would prefer someone to be with a club for the whole time, definitely. But if you can't see a future in that team, being a top contender team, then.
But I'd just be asking the office people, the uppers, to build around me,
if you're the greatest. On the team.
If you're the best player, build around me,
What's your thoughts on Phoenix Suns?
What about them?
How far you reckon they can go?
What?
All the way? They came runners up or third in...
Third. You can't come third.
Did they make it to the...
Yeah, they made it to Western Conference Finals.
Western Conference.
Were they?
Or were they in... They lost against Milwaukee, didn't they?
No, they're in the East. They lost against Golden State Warriors, and it was Boston and Milwaukee, I'm pretty sure.
I can't remember.
Fucking hell.
Sorry.
I'll pull it up.
Do you reckon they can win a championship?
No, I don't anymore because they got rid of... I think
Their
they got
tallest.
rid of DeAndre Ayton, which was their
Their
center.
big guy.
And, they had key pieces. They had Devin Booker, elite scorer.
Yep.
They had a great point guard in Chris Paul. And they had a big in DeAndre Ayton. And they had a lot of team role players around him. So it's a perfect team to win it all. They just didn't.
And when's Bronny coming into the league? Is he next year?
I think
Or the year after?
I think this is his senior year in high school, I think.
So not
this end of this year.
Is he coming into the 2020?
I think he's still got 2 more years.
3
like-
or 2024?
2024 draft, I think.
Because we're in 2022 now,
Yeah, because
so he's
there
not
was-
coming in
there
the
was-
next
there was
draft.
talks he could, because this is LeBron's last contracted year with the Lakers. So there was talks if they changed the rules that you could be drafted in after high school, LeBron would change to go wherever Bronny gets drafted to.
So do you think LeBron is going to sign a 1 year with
Yeah.
Lakers?
Oh, I wouldn't mind him going back to Cavs or something.
For the 3rd time.
I'd love to see him back there and get
Or
another.
Miami?
Mate, Cavs
Who
are
do you
good
re-
at the moment.
Cavs are good.
Imagine if he went back to Miami.
Where's Jimmy Butler playing?
Miami.
Miami.
You like Jimmy?
That-
Jimmy Buckets?
Jimmy Buckets. They went far, didn't they? He went far.
No,
Was
that was
with
in the bubble.
that
That
was
was,
it-
in the bubble.
was that with Chicago?
No,
Or was he
with
playing?
Miami in
Oh.
the bubble.
Yeah, Heat.
Yeah.
Oh,
Chicago
Wait,
are
is-
not Heat.
oh.
Chicago Bulls, Miami Heat.
When did Jimmy Butler change teams?
No, Jimmy Butler's been on a lot of teams.
Yeah, I
Jimmy
know.
Butler went from Bulls, Minnesota, Philly, Heat.
Yeah.
He was only in one year at each.
And
of those.
thoughts on James Harden? Yes, no. I'm a no.
Mate,
He-
I loved him at the Rockets because the coach allowed him
Yeah.
to get them shots up.
Who's he playing for now?
Philly.
No. Philly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. There was a
With-
big
The big
'cause-
trade with James Harden and Ben Simmons.
Ben
What are your thoughts on?
Sim-
Yeah, Ben Simmons,
Jeez.
Aussie.
You've no offense, but you tarnished the Australian name a
Boys,
little
like-
bit. Not wanting to play for the Australian Boomers.
Like
Don't do that.
Like
Don't
Boomers-
say you're gonna and then
don't.
don't say you're gonna and then don't. Because Australia, we
F's
don't
with-
we don't F with that.
We F with the Boomers.
Yeah.
Heavy.
Yeah, and they good.
Yeah.
They good too. Paddy Mills, big man, big respect.
Paddy Mills, when he plays for the Boomers, he turns into Kobe Bryant. No, I'm serious.
Yeah, he's
Bo-
big time.
Boomer Paddy. I think Boomer Paddy's the GOAT.
Boomer Paddy.
not LeBron, not MJ.
Oi, Paddy, get
Boomer
on.
Paddy.
We'll bring you on the podcast.
Yeah,
Just reach
but-
out.
Yeah. Come on the Ear Motel whenever you want.
Yeah, come on the Ear Motel.
Mm. But, yeah. Nah, Boomer Paddy. He's probably the GOAT. Oh, if you want to talk about it more?
I know. Or I can restart.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's
What
your
was it?
final closing words, Eth, for this one? Do you have anything else you want to add about?
Anything else? I'll just probably stick with Boomer Paddy. He's probably the best basketball player ever.
Ever to play the game of basketball? Boomer Paddy.
Yeah.
And Andrew Gay's shoes, yes or no?
I'm mates with his son.
Yeah. Is he getting you a pair or what?
I asked for a repair, but he never hooked me up. So if you listen, Mason, please hook me up
hit us-
with a
hit us
pair
up.
of Andrew Gay's.
We'll be happy to review the
Andrew-
Gay's shoes on the Ear Motel. So send some out and we'll review them.
I'll send this to him. Get Andrew Gay's on the podcast.
Yeah.
And Mason, come on.
Yes.
All right.
Someone reach out and I'll get a new mic.
Yeah.
Just reach out.
All right.
Tax returns coming back and I'm getting some money. So it's going to the podcast.
All right.
So leave a like and
Subscribe.
comment, please. We want some feedback on what you guys are thinking. If you got any questions that you want us to answer, please make sure to leave them, hit them up. Follow us on Instagram. We're putting out reels of our funniest moments from each episode. So if you're gonna not be one of the real ones and watch the whole video, listen to it, at least check us out on Instagram and follow us there.
Bruh.
But yeah, definitely watch the full YouTube video right to the end. Leave a like and and follow. Thanks guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.